Hello, I'm Chuck Scarborough.
And I'm Catherine Kinley. Welcome to Memories Then and Now.
There aren't too many 60s rock groups who can say they've sold more of their old records now than when they were originally together. But that's what happened with the Doors.
Today, some 20 years after lead singer Jim Morrison's death, you can travel to any high school or college campus and hear Light My Fire or Riders on the Storm playing on a student's stereo set. Why has their music found a new audience while others have wound up in the golden oldie bin? We'll find out as we remember Jim Morrison and the Doors. Then they were one of rock's outlaw groups. Now mainstream America has made them more popular than ever.
Then is July of 1965, and a new band is forming in a Los Angeles garage. The group includes a young film student who has never performed, but proves to be a brilliant lyricist and charismatic singer. His name is Jim Morrison. And what emerges from that garage is the legendary rock and roll band, The Doors. The group's drummer, John Densmore, remembers the early days of composing songs with Morrison.
Jim didn't know how to play one chord on any instrument. So he said, I got these words, I've got some melodies in my head. Just to remember the words, I've made up melodies. So he'd say, before you slip into... And Red go, A flat. I go 3/4, and Robbie go, yeah, you know, and we just peck it out like that. Come on, baby, light my fire.
It'll take the band almost a year and a half of playing the LA club circuit to land a record contract. But when they do, they're an instant hit. The Doors' first album goes gold, driven by the success of the Bullet single, Light My Fire.
You know the day destroys the night.
The Doors' music is not standard fare for top 40 stations. It is filled with Morrison's dark and brooding poetry, and is heavy with death and eroticism. But it seems to fit with the angry mood of the 60s. The Doors soar to the top of the charts, and are loved by the critics at the same time. Densmore can still remember the thrill of hearing one of their songs on the radio for the first time.
I heard Break On Through, that was the first time, and I wanted to roll the window down and yell to the car next to me to turn on whatever channel I was listening to.
We want the world and we want it.
The band has plenty of opportunities to bask in popularity. Their first 3 records go gold, and they play to their largest live audience ever when they hit the Hollywood Bowl in 1968. But all is not well behind the scenes with the Doors. Morrison is unbearably erratic, and his violent mood swings are fueled by a heavy diet of drugs and alcohol. He is an artist, but by his own admission, his art is out of control.
I can't say too much about it because we're not really making it. It's just kind of making itself.
5 to 1, baby. 1 in 5. No one here gets out alive now.
The band gets into serious trouble in 1969 when Morrison leaps into the audience in Miami and almost incites a riot. The Miami police charge him with indecent exposure and close down the concert. The Doors are forced to cancel a major tour. It is the beginning of the end for Jim Morrison.
When the music's over.
Although the band continues to enjoy huge success, Morrison continues to withdraw into his dark thoughts and alcohol. He moves to Paris and joins the cafe life. In July of 1971, he is found dead in his apartment. He was only 27.
This is the end.
Today, thousands of fans stream to Morrison's gravesite in Paris, some even refusing to believe he's dead. And the Doors are more popular than when they were performing. Use of their music in 1979's Apocalypse Now spurred a resurgence in their popularity, which has seen all 8 of their albums go platinum. And a major motion picture is in the works based on their life story. Author Danny Sugarman, who at 12 began working for the Doors opening fan mail and has a lifelong fascination with the band, says their appeal may be timeless.
The Doors are constantly being rediscovered by a new generation. As each consecutive generation comes to age, becoming a teenager, they discover the Doors. There was something about Jim and the music that really tapped into the collective unconscious, the collective psyche of what it's like to be a teenager.
This is the end.
John Densmore says the Doors got their unique name from Aldous Huxley's The Doors of Perception. Don't go away. We'll be right back.